All right, let's talk about the frequently asked questions that we get from buyers, brokers, wholesalers, and various real estate agents. First and foremost, we prefer doing business primarily with buyers, not so much with wholesalers, brokers, or real estate agents. However, a successful transaction is a successful transaction. The first question we get a lot, especially from brokers or real estate agents who are basically making money from the buyer's side, we get the question, how do we as a company make money? Well, first of all, if we told you every single last way that we make money, then you would probably try to replicate what we do. But primarily, we receive our payment through that of the seller. So we really, we could care less in reference to if a agent or broker coops fees from their buyer. We have nothing to do with that, and that is primarily, if we're doing business with a wholesaler, how we prefer to do business is that wholesaler actually goes ahead and reaps the benefits from their labors, or really them just connecting them with us by receiving that of compensation through the buyer. Okay. Second question: how is it possible that we get so many properties? It's simple. We know a lot of people, and we know of a lot of asset managers. We are in connections with Fortune 500 companies. We're in connections with small mom and pop real estate holdings, as well as private owners, all the way to larger corporations and hedge funds. So we're very well connected. You may only see one or two people or three people within our company, but we're very, very vast. We're constantly growing, and we're very, very affluent in our network. So we acquire properties also because we acquire properties through a separate LLC. And so our approach to properties is a lot different, and that helps us when it comes to liquidation, because we're able to liquidate properties at a much different or much cheaper rate than normal. Now, we're not saying that we give away properties. I know that there are some people who are strictly bottom feeders or vultures who prefer, if they can finagle, hassle, or reap havoc upon someone to get a discount, they will do that any means. We're not looking for bottom feeders. We're looking for strong, sound investors who know a deal when they see a deal. We're not looking for novice investors. We're looking for individuals who we would consider are big players, people who actually have the money and resources to invest. Okay. The third question we get asked a lot, how does the buyer acquire the properties that we have available? Simple. Of course, you submit your offer, and we don't really entertain verbal offers. Verbal offers is kind of like flirting. We may, if someone sends me a verbal offer or writes an email saying they have an offer, fine, that's all it is. It's an offer. But that offer, even if we agree upon the price, is not legitimate until a PA or purchase agreement is sent over. Purchase agreements can be sent via email or fax, to our company fax, or to my personal email, Joy's email, Justin's email, Lloyd's email, James' email, etc. Whomever you are actually having your relations with in our company, you can send it to any of our emails or our company fax. Purchase agreements are not valid without earnest money. So for the lower end properties that are typically under $100,000, we only ask for earnest money of $1,000. The earnest money does not come directly towards us. The earnest money is actually put into escrow or holding at a closing company, a closing attorney of our choice. Okay, and of course, for the earnest money, you receive that back. For certain properties, we ask for a deposit, and that is because if they're larger properties, and if you're someone who is serious about purchasing the property, you're not going to go back and forth and basically trying to tie up the property or waste our time. And that is only when a deposit is necessary. But primarily, if you submit a PA with earnest money, that's a valid offer. anything over $100,000, like if you're doing some of the deals that we have that's over $1 million, etc., then the asking for the asking for the earnest money would be that of $100,000 or $200,000, etc. But you have to understand something. If you're purchasing a property from us that at the price of $2 million and the market value is $8 million, if you don't have the liquidity to put $200,000 into a holding account, then you probably shouldn't even be entertaining us with your offer. The fourth question: who do we get our properties from? Easy. Similar to question number 2. We're very, 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 very connected throughout various networks. Not just that of Charlotte, not just that of Texas, not just that of Florida, not just that of Indiana, not just that of California. We are very, very connected, and so us being connected with different hedge funds throughout the nation, asset companies as well, they entrust us to go ahead and liquidate. Now, there are smaller companies that also work in the Indianapolis network and a few other arenas like that. Smaller asset management firms who actually, what they do is they'll contract out 2 or 3 or 4 different brokers, wholesalers, or agents to liquidate the properties as well. And they also contract us as well. But we do those kind of like on a contractual basis, but primarily we still like to go through our asset managers and hedge funds. Okay? Question number 5: is financing available? Typically no. Financing is not available. If it's a smaller property, so for example, if you're looking to finance a property that has a purchase price of $15,000 or $20,000, I guess you can talk to me in reference to financing, and I'll kind of let you know. It will vary per deal. Primarily, if it's smaller stuff, smaller inventory, there really shouldn't be a need for financing. But if your money's kind of tied up in different projects, but if you can provide a proof of funds and yada yada, just definitely contact me in reference to those things. But typically we don't. But once again, that varies per deal. The 6th question is: can a package be broken up? Primarily, yes. We don't like for packages to be broken up because we acquire them as a package and we want to sell them as a package. But yes, they can be broken up. They can be separated. The thing is this: if a package begins to be separated, it eventually will those individual properties will eventually have to pay a premium. So, for example, let's say that you purchase a bag of oranges for, let's say it's a bag of 10 oranges for $10. Okay, so $1 per orange. And let's say maybe in the market, let's say you purchase it at wholesale. So let's say the resale price of those oranges maybe $2. Okay, so you're getting twice your money back, right, per orange. So you have a bag that you purchase for $10 is really worth $20. What happens if the reason that you had such a significant wholesale discount on the property, or not properties, on the oranges, was because you purchased them in bulk? Now, if you begin to liquidate or sell them on an individual basis, you're gonna have to chop up that amount. As you're chopping up that amount, so it's going from you would have sold it for $20, but then you sold 2 oranges to somebody who was trying to cherry pick, and so now you would think that, okay, well, it's $16 left of oranges. Correct. But if you acquired them as a package, what happens when you still have left over 10 oranges? You still have to get rid of those oranges, or they will expire. Same thing here. We prefer to go ahead and get rid of properties in the bundle that we've acquired them in. However, if for some reason someone's willing to break them up, then instead of paying that $2 for that one orange, someone is going to end up paying $3 for that orange, or $2.50. There is going to be a premium tacked onto that. Remember that the benefit of the discount is in the bundle. Like anything else in economics, the benefit of a discount is in the bundle. So whereas a bundle could, instead of 10 oranges, be sold for that of $15, okay? But if you're trying to break it up, then of course a premium will be added. The second question: can a prospective buyer view properties? Yes. What we ask is this: if you're looking to view properties, whether they're in Georgia, whether they're in North Carolina, whether they are in Indiana, whether they are in New York, whether they are in Los Angeles, whether they are in Texas, it does not matter. Okay, we have employees and we have partners in various locations that can actually show you the properties. If you're looking at a property in Missouri, we have someone that can show you the properties. And if for some reason that you're unable to meet with that individual on the times that specified by myself, Joy, or the individual on the ground, then what would happen is that you would use the lockbox code. We do not prefer using lockbox codes because in the past, as far as with mass emailing, we have had some individuals, primarily I'm pretty sure it's wholesalers or bottom feeders, who have tried to break into properties. We don't like that. We don't like that at all, because that means that more money has to come out of our pocket, and in fact, it's very, very and highly disrespectful. If you're wishing to view a property, let myself or Joy know at a minimum of 2 days in advance, a minimum of 48 hours. Do not email me. Do not email Justin. Do not email Joy. Do not email Lloyd. Do not email Ben on a Thursday evening expecting to view a property on Friday afternoon. It will not happen. Can a prospective buyer view the property? Yes. A minimum of 2 days, 2 business days notice. That is what we ask. If you have any other questions or questions that you feel as though we're not answered on the frequently asked questions, please let us know and we'll be sure to make an additional video. Have a great day and thank you for watching. Bye bye.